Alright, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Now, for you guys, it's been...
Like 2 days.
It's been like 3 days probably, roughly.
Yeah, 2 or 3 days.
2 or 3 days. For us, it's been a month.
I'll finish him in no time.
Well, man, don't finish him off like that.
We have not played in like I haven't played this game in a month.
Yeah?
I forgot to...
Then I'll believe you.
I was just thinking about it too, and I forgot. He's gonna chase my ass down.
Oh, going to the super stage?
Yeah, and I was like, I wanted to do that before I went here, but I forgot because we started recording and I was not thinking about it. Okay, we're good.
What's up?
I had enough time. Yeah.
I'll avenge Kirby Sage right here.
He then avenged Pervy Sage right there.
Here. I'm gonna avenge Kirby Sage right here. Pretty sick though, right?
Never
Yeah.
forgive you.
Yeah, I'll never forget you, Naruto said with all his mustard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, so for some reason, Naruto, not Naruto, but like Toonami has just been playing like reruns the past like 2 weeks, which has been really annoying. But I guess it's also been kind of good for me because it lets me record some Assassin's Creed instead of watching Toonami. But I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, can we just like get to the show? Because they were like the new Superman, because it's still owned by like Warner Brothers.
Oh, the Superman.
So they're like the new Superman's movies out. So here's a rerun of every episode of season 2 of Superman. My Adventures with Superman, the Lois, the one where they made Lois Lane hotter. And like, so I've watched that show. I've watched like season 1 and season 2 of that show. And I just remember being like, everyone was like, that's a perfect example. That show is a perfect example of how to do woke stuff correctly. This is what I wanted to get at. Because that show was just like, oh my god, they race-bend Lois Lane and the other... Jimmy. And I was just like, yeah, and no one cares because they're not Superman.
Yeah, I also think they also made Jimmy, isn't that? I think he's gay in that. I don't remember exactly.
No, he's black and he's straight because he bangs Supergirl.
Right. Sorry.
He's straight. Everyone thought he was gay because he's a little effeminate, but no, he bangs Supergirl, so it's all good.
She's really into him, and it's so funny to me.
It is really funny. There's a great, there's like a porn artist that I would come across this stuff every now and again on Twitter, who posted one that cracked me up, and it was like, it was Superman finding a photo of her and Jimmy, like, in, like, one of those... No, in, like, a kissing boot, and she's like, yeah, give that back, blah, 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 and he's like, oh, man, wait until I tell Jimmy that an alien's got a crush on him, and then, like, it cuts to in her locker that closed, and in the locker is just, like, a bunch of images of them hard fucking. And I'm like, that's a good one.
It's actually funny. Because I think the first thing where he's like, oh, you have a crush on him, is from the actual like show.
Well, yes, the show, yes.
And then like the
hard fucking is, yeah. It is.
Funny.
It's really good.
I like her. I like Supergirl's design in that.
Her redesign in that is fire. I like it way better than her typical Valley Girl design. I fucking hate it. Okay, I've talked about this on the show once. I'll talk about it on the show until I die of lack of oxygen. I fucking hate Supergirl.
Yeah.
I hate Supergirl. I think she sucks so bad as a character.
Well, I'm gonna tell you a fact, Chris, right? So, there's in one of the comics of Superman, I think it was like 236, I believe. Adventure Comics 236, I think.
Yeah.
Superman says he'd actually marry.
Oh no, I saw this. I saw the clip you're talking about.
You saw the clip?
Yeah, I know.
He'd marry his cousin, but it's because it's legal in wherever they're from, but like on Krypton, it's not. And that's why he doesn't marry her. And I'm just like, this is the stupidest fucking thing.
I would marry Supergirl if it wasn't for the fact that Kryptonian law denies incest marriage. And I was just sitting there, and I think the comment actually that I read on that video summarized it perfectly, which he's like, the wild thing about this, because Krypton is gone and destroyed, means that not only was this something important enough to be shipped with him, to the planet with his knowledge crystal that
Yep.
becomes the tower
Yep.
that his parents thought was important enough that he needs to know.
Yeah.
But also, he's like, but also, on top of that, they're like, also, on top of that, is the fact that, like, he also has to, he's also assuming that Supergirl already has this knowledge ahead of time and would then call him out for it.
Fucking wild.
I like the other comment better, which I think is way funnier, which would have been Supergirl would marry his cousin, but the only reason he wouldn't is because Supergirl is older than him and he doesn't marry older women.
I saw that one too.
It's a much funnier comment.
Which is just fucking crazy. Because if my memory serves right, depending on the continuity,
Yeah.
Supergirl's not actually from Krypton. I believe she's from, like, a sister planet. Because,
it depends
you know,
on the
it's,
continuity,
it's
but yes.
yeah, his brother, you know, his father's brother or whatever, they went to another planet, and her origin story is very, very similar to his, of like, oh, they realized their planet was going to blow up too, so they built a rocket and sent her too.
You know what's funny? You know who redid the Superman story to have essentially a Supergirl but had it make sense?
What?
Dragon Ball.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're like, oh, the planet got destroyed, but they were all sent to different planets because they conquer planets, and that's why they didn't all die.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that a lot.
It's so actually, I find it funny because Supergirl is also not always, because the continuity of comics is garbage.
Yes.
And they just make shit up as they go along. My favorite is in the DC animated universe, the original one. Supergirl is not his cousin. Supergirl is just another girl. She's not even a Kryptonian. She's just another girl from a different planet.
You did get a bunch of other.
I know.
I just wanted to make sure you noticed before you did it before we jumped in.
No, hold on. Can said, yeah.
Yeah, no, dude, it is wild to me how, like, strange and weird continuities can be.
They're like all over the
right
fucking
there.
place. Okay, increased attack. Increased attack in a bit. Yeah, we need these. Hold on. I should have changed these over different ones, but I can do that in a second. That's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Sasuke!
And then I'll do,
Sasuke!
I guess I could have, what's his?
Speed and ninjutsu.
Actually, ninjutsu. No, because I want chakra. Chakra's better. Okay.
I'm gonna bring peace about in my own way.
So anyways.
Dude, it's fucking crazy. Power Girl. So
Power. Okay, this is what I'm always talking about. Power Girl is just Supergirl, but a million times better.
So what's
Every
funny?
fucking way.
What's funny about Power Girl? That depending on the continuity we're looking at. So if we look at the Power Girl from the Justice League Unlimited animated series from like 2000s.
Yeah, that's one.
The one that we watched growing up.
Yeah.
And the one that's dope as shit. She's actually a clone of Supergirl.
No, that's not Power Girl. Her name is not Power Girl.
Yeah, her name
That's
is not Power Girl.
Not
but-
canonically Power Girl.
But there's different versions of Power Girl too. One of them is, she's a clone of Supergirl. Another one is she's Supergirl from another reality.
That's the canon one.
Yep.
Technically, she's Supergirl from Earth 2, which is the original cast of superheroes.
Yes.
That's her actual
Wait,
continuity
it's just
now.
funny to me because I'm just like, wow, this is insane.
Nah, she was...
Do we have to kill a certain pain so he doesn't resurrect the other pains?
No, don't
Okay.
worry about it. You just got to beat up all the pains until eventually they stop showing up.
Okay, good. But yeah, no, Supergirl's design is just kind of better. But it depends on the continuity.
No, Supergirl, I don't like Supergirl's
did I say
design.
Supergirl or
Yeah,
Power
you said
Girl?
Power Girl's design.
Okay.
Power Girl's design is, everyone's gonna be like, of course you think it's better. It's
just
the one
got
with the
boobs.
boob window. But like, no, it's just better.
Yeah.
Because Power Girl's outfit is just like.
Streamlined.
The best way I describe it is well, it depends on the continuity,
Yeah,
I
you're
guess.
right.
But the one that I'm most used to is the one with she wears a skirt and she wears like a midriff tank top, and that's the look. And I'm just like, and it's just the most Valley Girl looking design in the fucking
Supergirl?
universe. Yeah.
Yeah. I
She's
don't
got the
really
Valley
care
Girl
for that design.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it's just like, yeah, it's it would be Superman, but with like
It's not even. They have Superman, but with tits. And that's her, like, current DC interpretation, where they just put her in a blue spandex jumpsuit with a cape, and she just looks like Superman.
Yeah.
But she's a woman. Which is also boring. At least Power Girl, as much as the boob window might be ridiculous, at least it makes her immediately iconic. You would immediately tell who she is, and she doesn't just look like female Superman.
Yeah, because if my memory serves right with Power Girl and some of her outfits, it's just like a one piece with the boob split.
It's essentially
with
just...
no like pants or skirt, with a red belt, I think. And depending on which version we're looking at, she has a cape or not, depending.
Yeah.
Which is like, yeah, you can tell that's just Power Girl if you've seen the character before.
She's like... Essentially, it's just a... What's the thing for...
Gymnastics?
Gymnastics, that's it.
It's like a gymnastics
I was going to say
outfit.
ballet, but not quite.
Not quite.
Accurate,
It's
yeah.
similar, but not quite.
Yeah.
It's
It's essentially a gymnastics onesie, but
Yeah.
with, like...
I was trying to think of the word
window.
too, but I couldn't remember what the word was, and then you were saying that, and I went, oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a gymnastics outfit.
Yeah, it's a
Which, let's be honest, most of the fucking superheroes wear gymnastic outfits because it's spandex.
Well, they all wear spandex, because they're based off of 1920s strongmen.
Yes. Because that's really kind of what Superman was based off.
That's what most superheroes were based off, even before Superman. The first superhero was fucking... Oh God, what the hell is his name? It's like Purple something, or...
Purple Ant?
I can't remember his fucking name. He's like really popular in like a bunch of countries that we were in war with because they would drop his comic book to U.S. Troops as entertainment, and then they would stay there, and then like a whole bunch of foreign countries are like really fond of this one superhero because
Yes, I think I know what you're talking about.
they got their comics from the U.S. essentially, and that was the benefit of comics is that you don't need to know how to read.
Just look at the pictures.
To enjoy a comic. So like they got really popular even though they were in a...
Oh.
I've never had this happen.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
I played this entire game by myself and I've never had that happen. I'm like trying to get the fucking show so bad. This guy just won't fucking die.
Oh, good. And a level up, so you're back-to-back health. Good.
This is being such a little bitch.
Being a little bitch. Yeah, nah, dude. I don't... There's a lot of comics that are, like, absolutely garbage.
What do you mean a lot? You mean all.
Yeah, like, let's say 99% of them.
There was a point in time where they were fine, and then just, like, the woke mind virus took over. No, I'm just kidding.
The wokeification of comics.
Yeah, it's just comics. Everyone who wanted to write, because let's be real, there's no money in writing comics.
No.
Unless you're publishing your own comic, there is no money in writing comics. So, like the
comic
only
artists...
people willing to do it were people that were willing to work for, like, no money. And the only people who were willing to work for no money are people that are trying to push an ideology to the masses. Who would have guessed? It's almost like pay is not important when your important life goal is to change people's minds.
Yeah, and this is part of the reason why the creator of Spawn, the character Spawn, he's like, I will never sell my character because, you know, I don't want him destroyed by mindsets.
No, he was never gonna do that anyways. Because like the entire reason Spawn existed is because he like quit working for a major company because they were stealing all his money and his ideas and characters.
Yeah. I know. I like the character of Spawn a lot.
Spawn's really cool. He's really dope.
He's like a Hellrider. Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
My brain was just like Hellrider. That's not right.
Yeah, I was like, I knew what you were talking about though.
Hellrider is technically correct, but not correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he is riding for hell.
That is true.
I don't know. The
My
character
favorite thing
of
about Hell Rider is when he first gets his
Ghost
power.
Rider, yeah.
Ghost Rider, he gets his powers, and he's just like, he's like, what? Get your steed. He gets on the horse, and the horse is a motorcycle. It's just like nice.
Dude, I don't know. I absolutely love Ghost Rider as a character. Mostly because like he's badass as fuck. And I know we were talking about DC, and now we're talking about Marvel here.
Yeah.
But I just want to gush about how cool fucking Ghost Rider is as a character.
He's cool as a character, but he's never used.
Never used,
He's
never
like
used
never
enough.
used. Yeah.
Well, they did have one comic where...
he's too powerful.
Yeah.
He just looks into your eyes and kills you.
Well, here's the best part. You say he's too powerful, right? You know who Galactus is in Marvel, right?
Yeah.
The guy who eats planets.
Yeah, I know. Of course I do.
So, Ghost Rider has this ability called Penance Stare.
Yeah.
Where, he makes you look into your soul and do all this. Mm-hmm. He tried to use that on Galactus.
Yeah.
It didn't do shit. But, like, it depends on the continuity, because sometimes it does shit.
No, Penance Stare is literally the most OP ability ever. Mm-hmm. It's just the fact that, like, writers need to make it conveniently bad.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally the same thing with Superman. Like, they just have to make it conveniently bad. Or else it's my favorite, like... If you look at the full continuity of how powers work and what characters can do what things, Superman should get bodied by, like, at least 10% of the DC cast, but just doesn't.
Yeah,
like,
that's 100% right.
Like, my favorite example is the Flash. Like, technically, the Flash should run circles around Superman because of how much faster he is than Superman.
Oh, yeah.
Superman shouldn't even be able to react to the Flash. Like, Flash could just run up and pound the shit out of him, and the Superman wouldn't even be able to react.
It's funny you say that because, there's a couple comics of the Flash where, like, Superman's just like, dude, let me help you. I could catch you, blah, blah, blah. I can help you out with this. And the Flash is just like, nah, dude. You can't catch up. You can't keep up with me. Yeah. He's just like, no, dude, I beat you in a race. And he's just like, dude, those were for charity. Yeah, and they're just gone.
No, he's like that's like the best continuity is and then the one where they're like searching for people and he's like, I feel like I can barely keep up with you. He's like, why'd you get so fast? And he's just like, dude, those were for charity. Yeah. Those are for show.
And then there's another one where this is a comic that came out recently. Earth gets invaded by some people who are speedsters as well. Yeah. And everybody on Earth is frozen still. Mm-hmm. Superman can barely move. Yeah. And all of the speedsters are doing all their stuff. Oh yeah. It's an entire war that happens in a minute, I believe,
in one side, pretty much, yeah. It's like
is what that comic is about. Mm-hmm. And then it gets to the point where I think they have to reverse time to stop the invasion. Yeah, by like a minute, which I'm like, that's the stupidest idea, but I love it.
Dude, the Flash is absolutely crazy. I love my favorite calculation. Because you know how there's always those YouTubers that are like, oh, do the math. How fast can you actually be? Blah blah blah. My favorite is they did one where they determined the fastest the Flash has ever won in any continuity, in any one story, in any comic, and they determined that he would have had to have run 5 times the speed of light. And I'm just like, yeah, no, that sounds about right.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that sounds about right. For the
and then I've seen people be like, oh, dude, Quicksilver from Marvel versus the Flash.
He's not even close.
Not even close. And I like the character of Quicksilver.
I was gonna just say that Quicksilver is an awesome character. Mm-hmm. He is so slow compared to the Flash. And I just come to save her husband. Anyways, yeah.
Like, there's a. I've seen people doing the calculations. They're like, dude, it's Quicksilver versus the Flash, and I'm like,
yeah,
no.
What fight?
What fight?
That fight would be over before Quicksilver could even move.
Yeah. It's so funny because people don't realize how absolutely broken the Speed Force is.
Oh, the Speed Force. Essentially, the Speed Force gets rid of all rules involving speed. Yeah. Like you can just move as fast as you want without any of the repercussions of moving fast.
Yeah. And then the other thing is I think is it Barry Allen who's normally the Flash, or Wally West? It depends on which one we're looking at.
Is the one who is more consistently the Flash in most medias, and I think he's also the one that's consistently the fastest of the Flashes too.
You said Wally, right?
Yeah, Wally. I believe.
Wally West, I believe, is also the one who'd become the
second Flash.
The second Flash. Yes, he's the fastest Flash. So Wally is actually he doesn't just get powers from...
Actually, to be fair, he's technically the third Flash.
All right.
Silver Age Flash is the first.
Jay Garrick's.
Yeah, Barry is the second, technically.
We're going to gush about how cool all of the Flashes are in a moment. But, what was I going to say? So, there's the Speed Force, but there's also, the Strong Force... Yeah, the Will Force. And some people are like, ridiculous. And some people are like, dude, you're just talking about the CW show. No, they're in the comics as well. And the Flash gets powers from those as well, which is absolutely busted. Mm-hmm. But we're just now going to rant about how I love the character of the Flash, no matter which version of it is, because Jay Garrick's the Silver Age Flash is just great because he has that shiny chromed hat.
He's got the shiny hat. Who doesn't like the shiny hat?
And then, Barry Allen is just awesome as well.
I'm gonna grab stuff while we're talking
Yeah,
to
that's
you.
fine. He's just awesome as well.
Yup.
And then, Wally West is Wally West.
Wally West is easily, by far, like, not just the best Flash, but also the craziest power sets of all the Flashes.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
It's absolutely insane.
Absolutely. And then the other one that I absolutely love is, so the character of Nightwing.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, Batman's the best, Batman character. And when you literally have, like, other characters in the universe being like, nah, dude, Nightwing's the best. And, like, the readers also agree.
No, Nightwing is absolutely the best of the Bat family by like a landslide.
Yeah,
But that was on and it's perfect for the overarching story of Batman and Dick Grayson.
And
which the entirety of Batman's training for Dick Grayson was to get him, because everyone's always just like, oh, there's like a whole comic where they talk about where they're like, who's gonna replace Batman? And they were like, oh, it should be Dick Grayson. And Batman was just like, no, I trained Dick to not replace me. He's like, I trained him to be better than me.
Yeah, no, Dick Grayson, Nightwing, the first Robin, is honestly one of my favorite characters in it.
Yeah.
Because he's just a normal dude, but also, like, is like the top dude of everything.
He's as good as Batman, but he doesn't have his trauma hold him down like Batman's does. Batman's trauma holds him back.
Yeah.
Because Dick Grayson was able to overcome his trauma and train past his trauma, he's just literally a better Batman.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Yeah,
just
no,
a
he's
better
great.
Batman.
He's great.
Yeah.
And, like... Dude,
he's also able to... He also has this crazy thing that Batman lost, which is true emotions. He actually cares for people and can actually show appreciation for others.
Yeah, because Dick Grayson...
Which is why I'm always so mad that in the stupid animated universe, they paired Batman up with fucking Batgirl instead of Dick Grayson, who it should have been from the first. Literally, Batgirl was like, "No, I like my men older and unstable."
I know the one.
And I hate it. I hate it so much.
You mean the one that the animated series, the old
animated series that came back to be finished with like Red Hood and shit. And they're just like, and that's when Batgirl and no, actually no, they confirmed it in Batman Beyond. It was even way before that. They were like,
she got together with Bruce, and I'm like, dude,
Bruce, and I'm just like, wow, I hate that. I hate that so much.
I hated it so much.
I hated it then, and I hate it to this day.
What's also, so we're talking about Bat Family now, I guess. Somebody made a webcomic about just the shenanigans the Bat Family gets up to.
Dude, have you ever looked into how many people
webcomics,
are in the Bat Family?
It is. Trust me, I know.
It's insane. They just keep adding people to the fucking family. It's alright. We'll just
dude, I find it so funny because, like, there's like 12 people, at least. At least 12.
Yeah.
And I just find it so funny because the guy who I work alone has the biggest group of people in his thing.
Well, it's like that's always the gag, is that he works alone at the beginning, and then he never works alone again.
Yeah, and then he's literally everybody else.
He works alone for like year one, and then he gets his first Robin, and he never works alone again.
Yeah. It is the funniest thing to me. But no, dude, Dick Grayson, and it's so I've seen so many people make like videos on every single like Nightwing or every single Robin and every person in the Bat Family, and like they're not like, oh, it's just 2 minutes talking about it. It's like, no, these are like 20 minutes to 30-minute videos. They talk about it.
Oh god, yes.
And like you can analyze the Bat Family in so many different ways.
I think so what makes it so what I find funny is that like Teen Titans makes all the Robins so confusing. Because like Teen Titans is usually run by either Dick Grayson or Tim Drake.
Yeah,
but it
Robin
is never consistent which one it is. So depending on the continuity in the timeline, makes some of the fucking timeline just a fucking mess.
Yeah, because the Teen Titans that was from when we were growing up.
Yeah. That's Dick Grayson.
That's Dick Grayson.
Yes, because he becomes Nightwing.
Yeah, in the times that he goes into the future.
Yes.
And in other ones, it's Tim Drake.
Okay, so funny thing, because they never confirmed which Robin it actually is for that, the Teen Titans that we watched. I'm gonna pause right here because we need to end the episode, but I want to finish this thought. Is they never confirm that it's actually Dick Grayson. Like, I don't think they ever say his name it's just assumed he is because he becomes Nightwing. But, like, technically there's nothing stopping Tim Drake from becoming Nightwing either. I mean, Tim from becoming Nightwing either.
Yeah, he becomes Red Robin.
He becomes Red Robin, but that's before Red Robin existed.
Right.
Red Robin's a new thing. So, like, it's weird. Anyways, that's just what I want to get at. We'll talk about this more in the next part. We'll see you guys then. Peace.